Hello, Moonbeams. Welcome back to Mystic Moon School. I am Donna Cass, your astrologer and sound healing practitioner. And you are tuning in today, Monday, April 15th, and we are going to go through the weekly moon energies and the aspects. And we have a big week because, we haven't had enough, big cosmic energy lately at all, right? Actually, I think this is a really beautiful week ahead with some really expansive and empowered energy, and I'm really excited to get into this with you guys. I have titled this episode Epiphanies, Clarity, and Next Steps. And I will explain that as I go. But, you may want to get out a piece of paper, or if you have a journal or a moon journal, and you may want to jot down some of this as we go through the days of the week so that you can really be aware, right, of the different energies as the moon transits through the signs over the course of the week. And the whole reason I do these episodes is because the moon is our innermost emotional world, our feelings, our moods. And, when we are aware of the external energies that are being beamed down to us from the moon, and also from the planets that she is aspecting, then we can really navigate our emotional world better with more response and less reaction, right? And so you may want to grab a pen and paper or journal if you have a moon journal and jot down the different signs as I go through them as we move through the week here. And if you really want to know where this is showing up in your natal chart, certainly you can go to any number of websites. AstroSeek is a good one. Cafe Astrology is a good one to generate your natal chart. And then if you know how to read your chart, you can look and see, where Cancer is, where Leo is in your chart and say, oh, wow, this is showing up in my second house, right? This is showing up in my third house. These are the 3 to 4 houses this week that are going to be the focus of these energies for me personally. And if you don't know how to do that, you can reach out to me through my website, which is empoweredmy.com, and book a reading with me and we can go through it together. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is the week of April 15th to the 21st. And in previous podcasts, I have already mentioned this very, very big day on April 20th, which is this Saturday. It's the 20th to the 21st, but here in New Jersey, it's the 20th, where we are having Jupiter and Uranus become exactly conjunct in the sky. And that means that they are both at the same degree point, and so they are giving and receiving, sharing each other's energies, right? And there's a big overlap of their energies that gets beamed down to us. And so this is a very, very big day. This conjunction only happens every 13 or 14 years, so clearly it is rare, and it is pivotal when it happens in our lives and in the collective. And so this has been building, right? This energy, which I will explain further, is been building, and now this week it's really ramping up. And I personally am super excited for this conjunction. I've started to see it play out for myself just yesterday and today in a way where it's really crystallizing clarity for me. And the epiphanies and the connections that I've been making in a certain area of my life, actually a couple areas of my life. And it's really, really like getting turned up to 11, that reference to Spinal Tap where it's like all goes to 11. Yeah, it's getting turned up a lot. Okay. The energies, we're really feeling them now. And so this is going to be a very exciting week. And I'm going to get into those energies in a minute, but I want to lay the groundwork here that although the moon is going to be doing her thing and moving through a certain number of signs this week, and we have those energies we're going to talk about, there is a whole foundational layer here, a background layer, if you will, of this Jupiter Uranus conjunction energy that is also building. And so we have a lot, that's why we have a lot going on. Okay, so I'd like to lay the foundation for this Jupiter Uranus conjunction that the energies are building this week, culminating on April 20th. And so I'm going to get into that first, and then I'm going to get into the weekly moon energies, where she is transiting in the sky, what signs she will be in every couple days, and then how that's going to affect us on a personal level. Okay, so I also want to say something else. I want to acknowledge that we are moving, each day we are moving further and further away from that intense Aries and Chiron solar eclipse that we had, right? And in the classes that I teach, the people that I work with, it's been a real roller coaster ride, really since March. And as we were approaching eclipse season with the lunar eclipse in Libra and the South Node, right? And then really getting very heated and intense leading up to that solar eclipse. And now, boy, oh boy, aren't we all really emerging into our new sense of self? Do you feel that? Do you feel the shift within you? I'm seeing it all around me. People are really feeling like, wow, I have clarity now. The opportunities are coming to me. The things are opening up to me. I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling more self-assured. I know my self-worth. Like new levels of this are rapidly emerging. And I really hope that you're feeling this too. My guess is that you are, to some degree. You are. And it is just so beautiful. And it's unfolding still, right? Of course, it is unfolding, but I do feel on a large scale that we are really integrating that new sense of self, right? That more healed sense of self, Chiron and Aries, at this solar eclipse. And so we're shining. We're shining like that sun more and more. And I know I say it a lot, but it's only going to get better. And it's a very, very exciting time. And so just remember that when we go through some darker times where we feel like we're being pulled, in the undertow, right? And we feel lost, or we feel like we're regressing, right? Or slipping back into old patterns. Don't be hard on yourself, okay? Because chances are that is coming up for you to see it and release it, to purge it, to be done with it. Because that means then that you're ready for your next level. And I think we can all relate to that now that we're on the other side of this eclipse season. Of course, there will be more, right? But for now, let's enjoy it. Okay, so now I want to get into the the Jupiter Uranus conjunction that is happening on Saturday. And let's see, what did I write down here? It's happening at 21 degrees, which is in the final decan, the last third of a house, okay? And that is a level where we are much more sure of ourselves, and we are moving towards mastery. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that. I want to break down Jupiter's energies and Uranus's energies and then put them together so you have a real clear picture of what this conjunction means for us, both on an individual level and on a collective level. Okay, so Jupiter. Oh, we love Jupiter. We love Jupiter. Jupiter is what the ancients called the great benefic. And you can hear the bene root in the word benefic, which means good, the great good, right? And so we know Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. And so it represents expansion, expansion and growth, good fortune. Jupiter represents expanded beliefs and consciousness, and therefore spirituality. Big Daddy Jupiter represents optimism and hope. And also, Jupiter represents learning and teaching. And so, overall, Jupiter, wherever Jupiter is in your chart, and whenever Jupiter is making moves in the sky, it is, generally speaking, very positive energy, very supportive and expansive in a positive way energy. Now, that being said, we could always experience in the sky or in our chart a more challenging aspect with Jupiter. And so we want to be careful not to overdo things, right? Because there's that word expansion again. And so, as I always teach, there's a whole spectrum of energy, right? There's the lower expressions, there are the highest expressions, but there's neither good nor bad, okay, ever. I never teach through the lens of judgment of something being bad or something being good. It all depends on the context. And even really some of the lower expressions of any planet or any sign can really serve us. And if it is in the right context and we are using it with self-awareness and consciously choosing it. So that being said, though, this conjunction, this is a coming together, a melding of energies. And so all of those beautiful, positive, expansive energies of Jupiter are meeting up with the planet Uranus in the sky. And Uranus, oh boy, Uranus is a super exciting planet. Uranus represents the divine mind. And think about when you have an epiphany, right? It's a bolt of lightning that just, the light bulb goes on, ding, over your head, and you're like, oh, wow, I get it, right? I get it. I made the connection. I had the epiphany, that pure thought that never dawned on me before, right? It's really interesting because last night here in New Jersey, we had pretty heavy rainstorm, and it was a lightning storm as well. And I couldn't help but think about this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that we are moving towards this week. And we had, the kind of lightning that lights up the entire sky. And then we also had those bolts of lightning, shooting down from the heavens, right? And Uranus can come in both ways. Those divine ideas and thoughts and connections, they can come in like a bolt of lightning and light up your whole mind, right? Light up your whole frame of reference. And it's so exciting, right? When that happens. Now, sometimes it can be super welcome, and it really shifts you in a in an instant, right? And in a big way. And sometimes it can be destructive to you. Like, and when I say destructive, I don't mean like harmful. I mean, it can, like the way a bolt of lightning can hit a tree, okay? And, kind of break the branches off and they fall to the ground. And so then the tree needs to heal, right? And so, yes, that can happen. We can have those type of Uranus energies where we see something, because Uranus also represents truth with a capital T. Truth with a capital T, not a subjective truth. Truth in that the truth is revealed to you, right? Something that you've been in denial about, or something that has simply been hidden from you. All of a sudden, that lightning bolt comes in, or the whole sky lights up and you see what was hiding in plain sight. Uranus is also that energy, and that leads me to the next keyword for Uranus, which is freedom. Because the truth sets us free, right? The truth sets us free because whether or not it's a welcome truth, whether it's something we want to see or not, it will still free us to knowing what we then must do next, right? Or even if we don't have clarity right away, at least we're seeing things as they are, and then we can make informed decisions going forward. And so it is that divine mind that wants us to always know the truth. Not believe it, right? But to know it. There's a difference, right? It's not a belief, it's a knowing. And oftentimes, right, once we see the truth, once we are free, then a revolution begins. And that is also a key word for Uranus. And so we can have a revolution within ourselves. We are revolutionizing the way we show up. We are revolutionizing the way we show up in dynamics. We could be revolutionizing patterns, right? We can say, no, we are tearing down this old pattern within ourselves because it is no longer supporting me to being my true, authentic self, which also is Uranus. Because Uranus rules Aquarius, right? And Aquarian energy wants us to be our truest, most authentic selves, living in our truth. And then from the revolution, from the sort of battle cry, right, to saying, no, this needs to be renovated. This needs a reworking. Then we innovate. That's another keyword for Uranus, is innovation, which, what does that really mean, right? It is thinking outside the box. It is not the cookie cutter. It is the uniqueness of something, a unique approach. And so all of this Uranus energy is combining in the sky with the most fortunate, positive, hopeful, expanding consciousness of Jupiter, right? And so really we have these two planets coming together to say we are awakening in the most expansive way, and it is tremendously innovative because we've never experienced it at this level before. The fact that this is happening all at 21 degrees of Taurus, grounded earth energy, the five senses. You know, this is how we navigate the earth. Life on earth is through our five senses, right? What we see, what we taste, what we touch, what we hear, what we feel. And so individually, this is going to be playing out for each and every one of us. Hopefully, you've already been feeling it and noticing it, having those epiphanies, getting that clarity about who you are and what you've come here to do. You're getting the inklings of that. And it's building. The clarity is building. And so this is the magnificent background energy that we are really moving into this week. This is the week, right? And so now I'd like to get into the actual signs that the moon is moving through this week. And so you can see how this background energy of getting those epiphanies and awakening to your true self, knowing what your next steps are going to be, all of that beautiful energy in the background is also going to be filtering through to each of us on a personal level through the moon. So today on Monday, the moon is still in Cancer. And I really love this for Monday because Monday is Moon Day. In the Vedic tradition, each day of the week is correlated to a planet, and Monday is Moon Day. And so that's why I do these podcasts on Monday as well. But the moon is in Cancer, and so Cancer rules the moon. The moon is at home in Cancer. And so I love it when the moon is in Cancer on a Monday. And so what might you be feeling today? Well, there's a little bit of a mix of energies. I will say that we are getting Mama Moon in the sign of Cancer is getting really supportive energies from Mars and Neptune. And so when I think about Neptune in a positive aspect, I think about your dreams, your hopes, your wishes. And Mars in a supportive aspect wants you to take action on those things. Let's take action on what we have been dreaming up for ourselves. And so that is going to be supporting the moon in Cancer. When the moon is in Cancer, yes, we may feel more emotionally, but we may also feel really good in our own skin today. You know, when the moon is in Cancer, she's in her home sign. It's like, oh yeah, I feel at home here, right? And so we feel at home within ourselves. And so the other aspect that is playing on in the moon energies today is a little bit more of a challenging aspect. And it might cause some tension, but it might also feed into that action. Okay, so just because it's challenging doesn't necessarily mean it's negative. Okay, and so that challenging aspect is coming from the Sun and Chiron, and also Mercury, who, by the way, is still in retrograde, right? And so that energy is challenging the moon in Cancer a little bit. And so if you happen to be feeling a little emotional, maybe there are feelings you're having about your own mother, and that doesn't have to be negative at all. It could be you're wanting to connect with her more today. If she's not with you, maybe you're thinking about her. Maybe you're simply remembering things about your own mother today. Or maybe you are feeling like you are wanting to express some of the things that you've been healing, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean expressing it to a person. You could write it in a journal. You can do, a video, like a vlog, where you just kind of express out to, and it's only for you, right? Express out to yourself the things that you're feeling. Not everybody likes to write. Some people like to just dictate it out or put it on a video. Whatever it is that you're feeling today, just know that the moon is going to shift tomorrow. And so if it does feel emotional or challenging for you today, just let it flow. Just let it flow through you. Let whatever needs to come up, come up. If it's tears, let them come. Let them release. It is the most healthy and cathartic physiological response that we have, are tears. And so if you feel that they are wanting to be released, let them out. And you will clear space energetically for yourself. You might want to ask yourself, am I sidestepping anything today? And if I am, is it for my well-being? Because that in some respects, that can be a shadow aspect of Cancer, but like I always say, it depends on the context. And if you are consciously aware of it and choosing that for yourself. Because let's face it, sometimes it is for our benefit to sidestep something with someone or an issue, in a situation. And so as long as you're doing it consciously and saying, you know what, this just doesn't deserve my energy right now, or I can't afford to expend my energy on this right now, I'm going to sidestep this for today, and I'm going to deal with it when I feel stronger, when I feel more empowered to do so. And you want to ask yourself also if you are feeling a protective shell around you today. And if so, why? And just be in touch with that. And again, you're consciously choosing it. And so it's not negative. Shadows are not negative. Shadows are there to sometimes support us, right? Sometimes it's to show us where we might need to heal more. But the shadow aspects of every sign are here to help us grow. Always, always help us grow when we are consciously aware of them. Okay, so we're going to move on into Tuesday. Now, the moon is going to move into Leo, and the moon is going to be in Leo for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so I'm going to break these down day by day, okay? So Tuesday, tomorrow, you might feel really a super shift from today, and you might feel really empowered because, the moon moving into Leo is ruled by the sun. And so the sun is your sense of self, right? And in its highest expressions, Leo is the open-hearted leader and really embodies empowerment within oneself and then wanting to empower others. And so you could really feel that shift tomorrow. Pluto is across the sky from the moon tomorrow. Remember, she moves quickly, right? And so she makes lots of different aspects all throughout the week. And tomorrow she's going to be across from Pluto. Pluto, in its shadow, can be disempowering. It can make us feel like we don't have control. Maybe others or situations are controlling us. But in its highest expression, Pluto is empowerment, and it is that rebuilding, or that that phoenix energy, right? Rising into your next level, and really feeling empowerment so that you can soar, right? That's that Pluto energy in the highest expression. And so, you know, you just have to trust for yourself what's coming up for you tomorrow when the moon is across the sky from Pluto. I think by and large, for most of us, it's going to feel empowering. And we're going to feel a very empowered sense of self. Like, I am ready to hit the ground running. I am a leader in my own life. My heart is wide open, and I am going to really step into what lights me up, what I'm passionate about. And I'm going to find a way to express that, because on Wednesday, while the moon is still in Leo, she's spending most of the week in Leo, okay? The most amount of time this week, the moon will be in Leo. And so on Wednesday, she's going to get a really super supportive aspect from Mercury, Venus, Chiron, and the North Node. Wow. All in Aries. Sense of self, Aries energy, right? Leo energy, big, open-hearted, strong sense of self, confident sense of self from the heart space. You couple that with a supportive aspect from Mercury, which is the way we think and communicate and express ourselves. Venus, our self-love. Chiron, in this context, I'm going to say this is going to be all about our new healed sense of self coming out of these eclipse energies, and the North Node, our destined path ahead. Oh my God, is Wednesday just the most beautiful day? I just love this energy. And I'm a Leo sun, so I'm here for it. I am very excited for this energy this week, particularly on Wednesday. I think that's a gorgeous day, day of energies, all beaming to the moon, which beams it all down to us. Now, this continues into Thursday, because Thursday, the moon will reach the 29th degree of Leo, and that, in this context, I am saying is the degree of mastery. And so, not only that, but the moon is going to be getting a super supportive aspect from the sun. Sense of self again. Like, if we've been through the ringer the past month, this week is the week where we are like literally beaming. We are beaming our new sense of self, our confidence and our self-worth and our self-knowing and our self-love. I mean, Thursday, we are just shining our light. We are feeling courageous. We are open-hearted. We are the leaders of our own life. I mean, this is just amazing, empowering energy. Then, come Friday, the moon is going to move into grounded, feminine earth energy of Virgo. And in her highest expression, she is the healer. Her modern ruling quote-unquote planet is Chiron. So, of course, there are never any coincidences ever. Everything is divinely, beautifully orchestrated for our highest and best, right? For our growth and our expansion. And so come Friday into the weekend, we are really embodiment, Virgo, earth energy. We are embodying this new healed sense of self that we are now integrating from the solar eclipse energy. Now, the moon is going to be opposing Saturn on Friday, and so You may feel a little tired. That's okay. You may feel like things are slowing down or maybe blocking your way a little bit or asking for your patience. And so do not resist that. Okay, do not resist those maybe tiny little roadblocks. They're there for a reason. And if you are feeling you need to rest come Friday, then give yourself that time to slow down and integrate these energies. If that is what you're feeling, do not resist that. Find time in your day. Even if you're working, find some time to get quiet and rest. Even if on your lunch break, you go sit in your car, right? Or you just find a quiet spot if it's nice outside, whatever it is for you. Don't fight against it. If you're encountering some sort of resistance or blockage of things, just let go. Do not white knuckle it. Do not grab on tighter. Let go and allow the slowdown. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. And this is a big week of energies. We will have had 3 days in Leo. And so maybe come Friday, you're going to need a little break. You're going to need to slow down. You're going to need to be patient. And you're just going to need to rest. If that's what comes up for you Friday, just lean into that. And know that it is there to serve you and help you integrate this new sense of self. If you are not feeling that and you are feeling like more of the Virgo energies are just strong for you and it's wanting you to put more structure, Saturn, into your day. Maybe you're going to get the organizing bug, right? Maybe you're going to want to declutter. Maybe you're going to want to put out a new Excel sheet, right? For your daily routine or your budget or a new food shopping list or whatever it is for you, right? Maybe you're going to want to clean out the closets. Who knows? However the energy is showing up for you, just trust that and follow the impulse. If the impulse is to rest, then do that. If the impulse is to Virgo something up and, organize, structure, ground something, then follow that impulse. Trust your intuition on this because Virgo has very strong intuition, right? Do not gaslight yourself. When your intuition is speaking to you, listen to her. Listen to that soft voice. Virgo has a very strong intuition. Virgo rules the gut. And so we get that gut feeling, we need to listen. We need to follow it. We need to honor it. And Saturn will guarantee that if you do that work, whatever that is for you, if it's rest, you'll benefit from it. If it's organizing your desk, you will benefit from it. You see how this works? Saturn doesn't care what the work is. Saturn just wants you to do the work when it's calling for you to do the work. So if the work is to let go and rest, right? Because Saturn wants you to slow down in that moment, on that day, then Saturn's saying, just follow my cue, you will benefit from this. You see how that works? We want to say that Saturn wants to make things hard. No, Saturn doesn't want to make things hard. Saturn wants us to be diligent. And you can be diligent about your rest. Because, the truth is that we have been conditioned to equate rest with laziness, right? And you know what? That's a bunch of BS. And we need to start turning that around. We need to honor when we need to rest. It is part of the cycle of integration, it is part of the cycle of growth and production. Rest is part of the cycle. And so if on Friday, Saturn is asking you to be diligent, right? Work hard, quote unquote, at resting, it just means that's where your focus and your attention needs to be. Don't ignore it. Do what needs tending to. Responsibility, that's a Saturn word. We need to be responsible about our rest and what our body needs. Okay, so let's stop looking at Saturn like it's a ball buster and just wants us to work ourselves into the ground, because guess what? It does not. Saturn wants us to be responsible, and that means in all areas of life. We need to be responsible about self-care, right? Responsible to ourselves. Okay, wow. So I really went off about that, but I think that needed to come through. All right, so then comes Saturday, it's the big show. It is the big, big show, right? Jupiter and Uranus are finally meeting up in the sky. This hasn't happened for like 13, 14 years. It's a big deal. And it is just magnificent. It's magnificent energy. And the fact that the moon is in Virgo when this is happening tells me that we are going to be awakening, right? Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, expansive awakening of consciousness in our body, Virgo, in our body at a cellular level, Virgo. You may get some amazing intuitive hits on Saturday and Sunday, maybe even on Friday. Because remember, I said Virgo is our intuition. Uranus and Jupiter coming together are these incredible epiphanies from the divine mind, from our highest self. And so this might be an extraordinary weekend of awakenings for each and every one of us in our own unique ways, right? I am excited for all of us. I hope you will share in the comments if anything has already been coming up for you this week. The realizations, the epiphanies, the downloads that you may be getting. And I would love for you to come back to this video and share anything that comes in on the weekend for you, because to me that is just the most exciting thing as an astrologer, to see it playing out in real life for people. Now, we're going to end the week here with the moon moving into the sign of Libra on Sunday. And we will still be feeling the effects of this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. We're going to feel it for a little while, because the outer planets, they move so slowly for us. And so that energy takes time to build and then time to dissipate. And so what you may be feeling on Sunday when Mama Moon moves into Libra, which is the sign of the other and our relationship to the other, you may want to share with someone else what's come through for you. Guess what? On Sunday, Mama Moon is going to be again getting a beautiful supportive aspect from Pluto. Pluto is trining the moon on Sunday. And this, in every sense of the word, is empowerment. It is empowerment. We are going to feel it. And we are going to want to share it with others, Libra. And so please come back and share with me. Come share your comments on this video of how this energy has played out for you this week. I am so excited to hear how everyone is going to be moving through it in their own unique ways. I just love this week. I love this energy. Find your people on Sunday. Maybe today's Monday, maybe make some plans to get together on Sunday with your soul tribe, with the people who get you and who you get, right? You can be your true authentic self with these people. Make plans for Sunday. Talk about this, share this video with them and say, let's come back, let's circle back with each other at the end of the week and share what epiphanies have come through. What awakenings have you had? What awakenings have I had? What am I ready to change? What am I ready to step into? What am I ready to grow within myself and my life? Because this is it, you guys. We are really stepping on that beautiful golden path ahead. I think it was maybe 2 videos ago I had talked about that, like it's Dorothy walking down the yellow brick road, right? And that is what the age of Aquarius is. It's this beautiful golden path ahead that golden light comes from your true authentic self, the sun within you, shining brightly. That is the energy of this age of Aquarius. When we can each be our true authentic selves, it shifts the whole planet, all of humanity, and how we engage with the earth and each other. And so I want to wrap up this podcast by saying this is gorgeous energy this week. Stay in gratitude. Focus on the good. Focus on how much you have healed and what you are ready to step into now. Be open to these new realizations, what your highest self wants to download to you now. Write it down in a journal. This is a turning point week, and you're all here for it. We are all here for it together at this time. We chose to be here now. We are so lucky. We are so fortunate. We are rapidly on an accelerated path towards healing and growth and expansion for ourselves and for the earth and for humanity. Please love on yourself this week. Make a list. Make a list of what you love about yourself. What is so beautiful, what your gifts are, the healing work that you have done. Please, please honor yourself this week and just really drop into your heart space for yourself. Do the things that make you happy, that make you feel good, that make you feel empowered. I am so excited for this week. I hope that you will share with me your comments of how this has been playing out for you and how it continues to. And I really look forward to seeing you at the next podcast. I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week ahead. I want to thank everyone for listening, for your time and your energy. Please like this video. Please share it with someone who you think might appreciate it and feel empowered by it. And subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a comment. It really helps me to grow the channel and be seen and heard. And I will see you all soon under the moon. Love you so much. Bye-bye for now.